We got the notes back from Sony. We turn in an episode, they give us their comments. The good news is they like it. They do mention, though, that they're not a fan of the cricket sound.
So then take them out and let's get on with it.
You don't just take it out. This is like a creative thing. I think they're funny. You don't think they're funny?
Why are we having a meeting about this?
It's the notes meeting. It's not just like about this, it's the notes. Are they funny? Where are you going? Cricket sounds are funny.
Coming up, we visit the offices of Gamepro magazine. Legit publication or pawn of the video game companies. Then we'll be speaking with Jeff Keighley of Game Trailers TV and Guy Kroll of Newsweek's Level Up. A couple of video game journalists.
We are here at Gamepro, which is one of the largest video game magazines in the world. We're here to meet with the senior editor, Sid Schumann, and find out how this place works. And really, are they journalists? Are you guys really journalists?
I believe in journalism. I almost believe in journalism so much that I'm hesitant to call myself a journalist.
Well,
I'm the guy sitting next to you on the couch telling you what's good and what's not. How about that?
You guys are a subsidiary of Sony.
Oh man, where do I start?
There's always this murmur about Sony somehow feeding you guys, you're getting checks. Is that true? Is it accurate?
We love the guys over at Sony. We're really good friends with them. I talk to them all the time, but I'm really good friends with the guys at Microsoft too. You know,
so you would write something bad about a Sony thing if it wasn't good?
Absolutely, and if you look at when PlayStation 3 launched, it was kind of not the best launch ever. We had some of the harshest criticism out there.
What's your biggest complaint in general about the game industry? Are the checks you get from EA and publishers not big enough?
Those could stand to go up a little higher. I think maybe one of my personal complaints is guys who take it too seriously. That's a bummer, man. I like, our competitors. I don't even think of them as competitors. I like EGM, You should know this, actually, by the way.
You should. You didn't get that. Did that? Yeah.
You were.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You'll read in the forums that if GamePro puts out a review, it's theoretically possible for a publisher or developer to put so much pressure on you guys, you'll change it and make it better.
In the whole history of GamePro, I don't believe we've ever changed a score. We've gotten angry phone calls. Everybody gets angry phone calls. We're really comfortable with our position.
So you just give them the finger?
We basically just say, guys, it's an opinion. If you just don't like the review, well, go read one of the other ones that gave it a good score, You
guys have quite an operation here, so I was wondering if you'd be willing to sort of take me around so we can take a quick look at what's
going on.
Totally.
Right over there is where we do all the video editing.
In this corner?
Right there. It's all for the site, and then keep some of the interns over here.
I have an intern.
Do you have an intern? Okay, and this is Travis Moses. He's our previews editor.
X button jumps. Just keep it. Just keep pressing it.
What is Travis preview?
Get the fuck out of here.
This is the GamePro game library. Check it out. We got The Thing. That is damn good, by the way. Toka Race Driver 2. Simpsons Road Rage. Wild Arms 4. We got Winning 11-7. We got almost everything. That's why we're the Game Pros.
That's interesting. I want to thank you for taking time and showing me really how it gets done here up at GamePro.
Absolutely. Hey, get that back on.
Do you have stairs in your house?
We are here with the most premier video game journalists that exist on the planet today. And if you don't like what they have to say, you can kiss their ass. There are criticisms that are just levied at game journalists in general. They're not journalists.
They're not journalists!
What is this video game stuff?
What is this video game stuff?
We're all journalists, right? In Jeff's case, Jeff's written for Business 2.0 and Entertainment Weekly and stuff like that, and I write for Newsweek.
There's such a lack of investigative journalism. I wish I had more time to do more sort of investigation, really dig into some of these bigger issues, because I look at the red ring of death problem. And that's never really been properly reported out about what really happened.
Imagine if 30% of all iPods failed.
Yeah, that would get covered.
Not only would that get covered, we would know by now what had happened.
But it's but that's never reported, right? And why is that? Why do you think that's never reported?
Oh, because we're great at cover-ups. Come on. What would each one of you say is the biggest scoop you personally felt you were involved with?
Probably this post I did about, the backstory as to why Sony lost exclusivity of Grand Theft Auto 4. But it wasn't actually even just that, it was that and Assassin's Creed. Sony had the opportunity to get both of those exclusive. It sort of slipped through their fingers ultimately, through their own fault, at least by, the reporting I had.
Do you guys get laid a lot more now that you're famous?
We're not famous though, it's we're famous to, 18 to 34-year-old men.
I'm just saying.
I had funny story. So there was on Gamehead, my Spike show, there was a sort of obsessed fan of mine who started writing emails. But then we looked into it, and she's, God love her, but I think she was 15.
Well, there are actually a few game designers and developers out there who wouldn't have a problem with that. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Okay, this note process is aggravating and frustrating, all right? There's this last note. Basically is suggesting that we add more cleavage.
Oh, wow, what a surprise. Porn and perverts on the internet.
Not so much porn and perverts, it's just that cleavage has a tendency to attract our demographic.
I won't be a part of that.
All I'm saying is that if we add the cleavage to the episode, we might be able to increase our viewership and attract ad sponsors so we can make some money on this show.
What? No, seriously.
Mothers, don't let your daughters grow up to be actors, or it'll end up like this.
That's awesome.